well, not all, but most SUVs will have an additional, so it keeps up the back as well as the front. So that means you got to be able to observe and know this, which means you don't just test the front, you also got to check the rear unit. You're looking for leaks. You're looking for problems in the cooling and heating system to determine what's going on with the customer's concern.
I still got the back open too if you want me to take the cap off. I never typed in where the cooling stuff is.
Well, we can look at it. So if you open up the back flap, we can do that. So get a visual. You got to know the components of the cooling system, so you know where you're testing and verifying the customer concern. Surge or slump tank, the radiator, the hoses, the thermostat, the heater core. This has a separate heater core in the back. It has two heater cores, which we're gonna look at the one in the back. Right here in the front, now on my pickup truck, I don't have a rear AC unit. So I only got two hoses going to the heater core. Since this one has two, the front and the second, right here we have a T connection. So it connects to the one in the engine compartment, in the passenger compartment, but it also split and it runs underneath the vehicle to the back unit. So that's cooling going all the way to the back. And one thing that's important to know, because it does have a back unit, if you are servicing the cooling system, you're gonna need more coolant for this unit compared to just a regular unit that just has just the front. Which would probably be an additional gallon.
Oh, I didn't hear none of you. I was walking on. My bad.
So how many quarts of coolant does your vehicle use if it was bone dry?
Probably the whole one. The 4 liter, I think that is.
A gallon?
Gallon?
Yeah, that's a gallon.
That's the gallon one, yeah. Probably the whole gallon.
Just one.
Actually, nah. It was like 1.5. Close to the whole 2.
But you had your system was completely empty.
No, it had water in it still, and I never drained it. We were supposed to do the recovery, and I never did it.
Okay, so on an average, the engine itself holds about a gallon. The radiator and the hoses is about another gallon. This having a separate unit all the way in the back, that means the hoses going all the way to the back has to have coolant in it and the heater core.
Right.
So we're looking at about at least 3 gallons.
Woo, my tip I got 1 tube always dry. Go ahead, keep on going.
What I just brought is some tools, test tools, where we can check the coolant, the antifreeze, to see if it's at its proper boiling point as well as cooling. Because the antifreeze has two purposes. Is to keep the engine from boiling and to keep it from freezing in the winter. If you just use straight water, you're doing damage to your engine. Why? Water boils at 212 degrees.
It also freezes.
And it freezes at 32. All right? We don't need our coolant to freeze, and we don't need it to boil. Boiling does damage on the inside of the engine. We got plastic parts, we got aluminum, we got steel. If you use straight water, first of all, the steel gonna start rusting. The aluminum will start erosion because of the boiling. It's eating away at the metal. And the plastic part the same way. So the plastic parts can deteriorate from the inside and then just one day just bust all of a sudden. And you wouldn't even notice until it just happened. Parts of the engine, the steel will rust, but you'll see it inside the coolant when it does that. the cooler would start turning to a rusty color.
A brownish tannish color, right? Yeah.
Right. Look like rust.
So that's what the Sebring looked like when it exploded on me. It was rusty and
Because you kept putting water in.
a lot of it. Every about 10 miles.
So that's why we are going to educate the world that this is not a water cooling system. It is cooling. It needs antifreeze. It must have antifreeze all year round, but not straight. Because straight antifreeze works like an acid. It can eat up the same way as water do.
Yeah, like deteriorate components and stuff?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you have to have a 50-50 mix. This is a tester to test for that. Real simple to operate.
And not all antifreeze are the same, right?
What you mean?
I saw some for Ford specifically. It says Ford model.
Yeah, I know GM you take like Dextron or something like that, right? Dextron.
All right. I mean, when you go to parts stores, do they have just one, or they have a section?
Sections for the most part.
Because we have a lot of different manufacturers: Mercedes, Volkswagen, Audi,
Foreign
GM.
domestic.
So all of them, their cooling system are separate, different.
I just want to add that.
Where you park the car? It's outside. Okay. Wait. We got paperwork to do. We can't just drop the keys. No. No. All right. Let's pause for a second. Let me have this customer.